Well, hello there, my young readers, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you guys are ready because guess who we got on board today? We've got none other than author. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned. The name of this story is called Buried Treasure by Mark Brown, and this is part of the author series. Enjoy. Check out this cool present from my dad, said Francine. Is it some kind of supersonic sweeper? Asked Binky. No, said Buster. It's for finding alien spaceships. I'll show you what it does at the beach, said Francine. When they got to the beach, Francine pressed the on button. Stand back, she said. It made a strange crackling sound. Then a few beeps. Look, said Francine, pulling a bottle cap out of the sand. It's a metal detector. You use it to find buried treasure. That's not treasure, sniffed Buster. I bet there's lots of neat stuff hidden here, said Arthur. We just have to find it. They combed the beach for 2 hours. Wow, said Buster. 1 old fish hook, 6 bottle caps, a thimble, and a broken pair of sunglasses. This isn't worth anything, said Binky. I don't understand it, said Francine. The instruction book says you can find gold and silver and lots of other valuable stuff. Maybe we're doing it wrong, said Arthur. I'll bet the good stuff is buried way down below, she said. We better start digging. Everyone got down on their knees. Keep going. You have to dig at least 5 more feet, Francine said. I read that in a book about buried treasure. We don't have any shovels, said Binky. Keep digging, said Francine. Francine climbed into the deep hole and turned on the detector. It clicked and crackled, then stopped. Shh, whispered Francine. I think I'm getting something. The detector started to make a loud beeping sound. I found something, cried Francine. It's a pirate's doubloon, Francine shouted. Wrong, said Binky. It's a gold ring, she tried again. Negative, said Buster. A lump of gold, she said. I don't think so, said Arthur. Well, what is it? Asked Francine. It's some kind of coin, Arthur said. It looks like a penny, said Buster. It has a princess on it, said Binky. That's not a princess, silly, said Francine. That's the Statue of Liberty. Well, she is wearing a crown, replied Binky. This is really old, said Francine. Aren't old coins worth a lot of money sometimes? I don't know, said Arthur, but I know who will. The ultimate guide to coin collecting should tell us, said the brain. He studied a page, then the penny, then another page. What is it? Asked Francine. The numbers and letters are hard to read, said the brain. He came to a picture and gasped. Wow, I don't believe it, he said. What is it? Cried Francine. This is one of the rarest coins in the Western Hemisphere, the Lucky Lady Liberty penny. I'm rich, said Francine. It's only worth about $10,000, said the brain. $10,000? Cried Francine, dancing around the room. She took the penny and put it in her pocket. I dug for hours, said Buster. I'm the one who saw the crown, said Binky. I found the coin in the guide, added Brain. You really should share with all of us. It's my metal detector, so it belongs to me, Francine said. No fair, they all cried. The next day, Francine made a long list of all the things she'd buy with the $10,000. Muffy helped. And don't forget a few presents for your best friend, said Muffy. If that were my coin, I'd put it in a bank vault. It's very valuable. After Muffy left, Francine decided to put the coin away in a special hiding place. But later, when Francine went to hide the penny, she couldn't find it. She looked under the bed. She looked in her closet. She looked in every drawer. It's gone, cried Francine. Francine went to the playground. How's your Lady Liberty penny? Asked Binky. I lost it, said Francine. How could you lose it? Asked Buster. I looked everywhere, said Francine, but it's gone. That's too bad, said Muffy. Maybe we could help you find it, said Arthur. Share the work, said Binky. Share the reward, said Buster. Francine agreed. If we find it. Arthur and his friends turned Francine's room upside down. It's gone, sighed Buster. Let's go. Wait, said Arthur. He turned on the metal detector. I'm getting a reading, he said, following a beeping sound. The closer he got to Muffy, the louder it beeped. I don't have it, cried Muffy. But when she lifted her foot, there it was, on the bottom of her shoe, stuck to a wad of gum. I found it, Arthur said. We found it. Found what? Asked Francine's dad. The lucky Lady Liberty penny, explained Francine. It's worth $10,000. Mr. Frinsky examined it closely. I hate to tell you, but this is just a plain old Liberty penny. The book said the 1902 coin was worth $10,000, said the Brain. This coin is from 1932, said Mr. Frinsky. The 3 is almost worn away. It's worth about $10. Sorry. Figures, said Francine. Easy come, easy go, said the Brain. So what are you going to do with the $10, Francine? Asked Buster. I know exactly what to do with it, said Francine. Where's the phone? Francine passed around the pizza she had ordered. Dig in, she said. No more digging, please, said Binky. Well, that ends our story, and I hope you guys enjoyed it because there were a ton of takeaways I hope you got from this. And the first one is, let's face it, she got a great gift from her dad.
She sure did. I've always wanted a metal detector.
Yeah, me too. Because a metal detector, the first place I think to take it is the beach. Because if you find something or you hear something, it's I think it's the easiest place to actually get to whatever it is that the detector is detecting.
Yep. And obviously, Francine thought the same thing because that's the first place she told her friends she wants to go, and she would show them what she got.
Sure did. But the thing about it was she was a little shady with it because she really didn't want to tell them what it was until she got to the beach, because at that point their curiosity was so intrigued that they were going to do anything to be able to get a treasure out of it.
Yeah, that was shady. I would definitely have to admit that, because her friends, they put in as much, if not more, work into finding the quote-unquote treasure that, didn't end up being such a treasure.
Not at all. But there was a lesson learned because she has really, really great friends. Because even after Muffy tells her she needs to put it up and keep it safe, she loses it. And her friends even decide to help her out after she loses it. But they were smart. They said, it's going to be a share of the treasure
Mm-hmm.
if we
I
find
do the
it,
same
kind of thing.
thing.
She agreed.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I bet you Karma was sitting on her shoulder giving her that side eye.
Sure was.
Because that was a lesson learned. She learned a very important lesson to the point that the treasure that was estimated to be $10,000 dropped down to the true value of $10.
Oh, that was a big drop. That was a big drop and a big lesson that was learned. But I think that it was an all's well that ends well because she did learn a real important lesson, I think.
I do agree with you. I think that was a lesson learned. Well, little darling, we've come to that time that I've got to run, and I will see everybody on the next episode. Bye!
Bye, Triangel. Well, we will see her on the next episode, and we hope you guys enjoyed this story. Well, my young readers, until next time, I am your little darling narrator, out.